Ladies and gentlemen, this is a non-title bout. It's scheduled for 10 rounds, and it's in the middleweight division. The judges, Tommy Kazmarek and Harold Letterman. The timekeeper of the bell is Roy Johnson. Counting for the knockdown seconds, alternate referee Vinny Rainone. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled 10-round middleweight bout, referee Larry Hazard. And now, boxing fans, introducing the principals. First, in the red corner, wearing the red trunks with the white trim, he is weighing in at 159.5 pounds. This gentleman has a record of 34 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, with 21 knockouts. He is a native of Latakia, Syria, and now residing in Bayonne, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mustafa Hamsho. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with the red and green trim, along with the green and red lettering. He is tipping the scales at 159.75 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 20 professional bouts with 15 knockouts. The New Jersey State middleweight champion from Waunakee, New Jersey. Boxing fans, here is Bobby Chappie Czyz. Czyz.
And now with a blow-by-blow, let's go down to Freddie Pacheco and Marv Albert.
Thank you, Dick, and good evening, everyone. Mustafa Hamsho claims that Bobby Czyz is strictly a television-manufactured fighter, that he has not beaten anyone of note, that he has been fed a diet of easy tests. Czyz feels it's time to silence his critics, and there's no question that Czyz is the fan favorite going in. 20 years old, an undefeated record, 20-0. 15 by knockout. His last bout, September the 25th, a second-round KO of Chris Linson. Czyz has won his last 3 by early knockout. His style always looks to put the pressure on, keeps coming. And a relentless brawler inside. Mustafa Hamsho, the 29-year-old out of Syria, 34-2, 1 draw, 21 by knockout. He is a southpaw. His only 2 losses to the world middleweight champion Marvin Hagler back in October of 1981. He was stopped 2 minutes 9 seconds into round 11, sustaining cuts that required 50 stitches. And the only other loss, first ever professional fight, a 6-round split decision. Freddie, what's going on in the corner of Hamsho?
Hazard saw too much tape, and they removed the excessive tape and now have taped it in the regulation way a couple of times around and cut off the tape. There was just too much tape on there for Hazard. When you when you heel with the glove, all that tape is rough on the face and can cut Czyz, so he got rid of the tape.
And this is round 1, scheduled for 10. Hamsho in the red and Czyz in the white. Hamsho has not fought since May the 22nd. In fact, he fought as a light heavyweight and came up with a 3rd-round knockout of Gil Rosario, so it's been a long layoff for Hamsho.
That, of course, is one of the questions that's being asked. Can he take all that weight off? He is really thin right now. As thin as I've seen Mustafa Hamsho in the times we've seen him on NBC. He's been down training in Miami Beach, where the weather's very hot and more to his liking than up here. So he's fine and trim. Now, let's see how much ring rust he's got on him. Bobby, on the other hand, has been fighting regularly.
Bobby Czyz weighing in at 159 3/4, and Mustafa Hamsho at 159.5, and it's a feeling out opening for both Czyz and Hamsho.
Czyz switching back and forth, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. I don't understand what he's doing with that. He's never fought that way before. He just switches his leads and doesn't seem to confuse Hamsho, who's standing right in front of him.
Czyz coming out, trying to surprise Hamsho with the southpaw style. Good left hand by Hamsho.
Hamsho, a brawler. Look at that shoulder he just put into him.
And Larry has Hazard said, watch the shoulder. This could be a very tough bout for the referee because Mustafa Hamsho is one, as Lou Duva in the corner of Bobby Czyz has said, to wear a club on his head.
And his elbow and his shoulder. He is of the mauling, brawling style of street fighter.
And Czyz feels he has to control Hamsho's head and elbows. In fact, Czyz said he feels it'll start out as a clean fight, but he looks for Hamsho to start resorting to so-called dirty tactics if he feels he's behind. Those are the words of Bobby Czyz. Of course, Hamsho feels differently about it.
I don't think Hamsho feels too differently about it. Hamsho acknowledges that his style is just one of those mauling, brawling styles, and he goes right at it from the first round. The control will depend on how Bobby Czyz moves and how he controls him in this fight. So far, he's been switching back and forth, lefty, righty, giving him some movement, giving him some side to side, and trying to get off a jab first. It has not been a wildly eventful round, except that we already get a hint of things to come by that shoulder.
And Hamsho on the attack and connecting on Czyz. We are final seconds, round one, and we'll follow Mustafa Hamsho into his corner when this round concludes. Mustafa Hamsho, born and raised in Latakia, Syria, the third of 5 children. Latakia, a small city 150 miles from the Turkish border. Began fighting at the age of 15 in Syria. Went on to win the Syrian middleweight national championship, but felt there was no future in boxing in Syria, so saved enough money working as a painter of ships, and acquired a visa to the United States, was taken in by a cousin in Brooklyn, and his boxing career emerging in the New York area. Bobby Czyz has been boxing for 8 years. He won 24 of 26 amateur bouts, 16 by knockout. A member of the United States national boxing team. In fact, 2 years ago was selected to be the middleweight representative for the U.S. team that flew to Warsaw, Poland for a series of matches. The journey that ended with the airplane tragedy. But Bobby was involved in a car accident, suffering a nose injury, and it forced him to resign from the team. So Bobby says he has much to be thankful for. This is round 2.
Patty Flood instructing Hamsho, you're waiting too long. You're letting him do the leading and controlling the fight. You must come out and take command. He did do that, and I thought Bobby Czyz took that first round, very slight margin because Hamsho, low blow by Hamsho. Bobby can't stand and look for help from the referee, though. It's protect yourself at all times in this ring. Hamsho teeing off.
What do you make of the southpaw style of Czyz?
Czyz in an attempt to depart from what got him here and confuse Hamsho. Hamsho's not confused at all by it. He's faced a lot of left-handers. Bobby ought to go with what brought him here, his strength.
And now Czyz back to the conventional style.
He got here with a conventional style and the style of leading and controlling the fight. Right now, Hamsho's controlling this round.
The reaction from the crowd.
Czyz not fighting with the strength and authority that we've seen before, and that's because he's facing Mustafa Hamsho, the number 3 man who's got championship experience. And he's tentative. Bobby Czyz is tentative. He is feeling out when he should be commanding.
Could be that Czyz is pacing himself. He felt that he would not be able to knock out Hamsho, which is a candid remark from a fighter going into a bout. And he said he looked for a 10-round affair.
A reasonable assumption from a thinking fighter. Nobody knocks out Mustafa Hamsho. If Hagler couldn't do it, I doubt if Czyz's chances are big. Now let's take a look at that distance between the two, and you can see Bobby is maintaining a very respectful distance. He's got to get in there, close that with a jab. He's got to follow the jab with the right hand and get in closer. Right now he's standing right in front. No side-to-side motion, right in front of Mustafa, and he's lucky that Mustafa's not getting off.
And we are coming up to the end of round 2 here at Atlantic City, New Jersey. We'll be right back. And there is Eddie Davis, 31 years old, out of Freeport, Long Island, as he prepares to go up against White Muhammad Kwawi, also known as White Braxton, who will be defending his light heavyweight title. That'll be later on right here on NBC. Along with Dick Enberg and the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco, this is Marv Albert from Convention Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And this is round 3. Bobby Czyz in the white and Mustafa Hamsho in the red. Under the New Jersey State Athletic Commission rules, scoring is on the round system. And if the round is even, they go to the 5-point must system. There's the rolling style, and Hamsho caught with the right hand from Czyz.
He got caught between the maul and the brawl.
Scoring handled by the referee, Larry Hazard. And the judges, Harold Lenneman and Tommy Kazmarek. 3 knockdown rule is waived, and the bell does not save the fighter except in the final round.
They're bumping heads an awful lot right now, and that's bad for Hamsho because Hamsho can cut. Already he's got a little nick on the right brow.
Mustafa Hamsho has been upset about the press notices he has receiving recently. Says he is not in the twilight of his career, as some boxing people have charged. So this is a major bout for him here tonight.
Major bout for both fighters. He's number 3 in the world. I don't think too many people underrate Mustafa Hamsho. Bobby's been told to uppercut because as Mustafa comes in, he leans forward. He has not uppercutted yet. Duva keeps insisting, try the uppercut, try the uppercut.
And we're under a minute remaining. Good combination by Hamsho in this final minute, third round.
Oh, look at that head by Mustafa.
And Lou Duva screaming from the corner of Czyz to Larry Hazard. Watch the head of Hamsho.
And what was worse, he did it on the break as Hamsho was trying to break him. I mean, as the referee, Larry Hazard, was trying to break him. Oh, good shots by Hamsho.
Hamsho continues to get that right hand in, and then swarms on Czyz. And following this third round, we're going to stay right here and visit in the corner of Bobby Czyz, who has been taking a pounding here in this third round. Well, let's listen in.
All right, Bobby? Get rid of this. Yeah. No, I'm saying, listen to me.
I got the nose.
This is what I'm saying to you, Bobby. Bobby, listen. Don't sit back on the ropes. Take a little stutter step and move and punch. Now listen.
All right, take it easy.
I want you to jam the right hand. I want you to jam the right hand up on his stomach.
All right, settle down, Bobby.
You understand?
Now, come on, let's stop
You
this.
can jam the right hand to his stomach. You understand?
I got it.
No, I don't want you to watch that, Bobby. Watch you jamming the right hand up on his stomach. It's open there. My right hand side. After you jab, then inside, go to and grip your right hand. Jam it up in there.
Fourth round, Bobby.
Okay?
Come on, let's go start. Come on.
All right, the words of trainer Tommy Parks and manager Lou Duva. In the corner of Bobby Czyz, what does the fight doctor scorecard look like?
Quite unofficially, I got Hamsho ahead 2-1. I think Hamsho's doing the aggressive part of the fighting, and he's been landing in the latter part of each round. Bobby seems curiously inactive. I hate to use the word frozen, but that's exactly what he looks like.
Czyz getting pounded by the combination of Hamsho.
Again, Hazard doesn't